Uh-oh, I'm live. What's going on, YouTube? I know what it is. AJC and Red coming in for another Why You Mad the Show live stream. Y'all know how I do it. Gotta definitely check. Make sure everything is sounding good. First show live stream. There we go. I left the speaker on, man. I was like, fuck it. Wait a minute. I shouldn't still been able to hear anything. All right, now I'm like, that's a lot of hissing. I don't want no hissing in my shit. For real. So, let me see. Hold on. Wish I could hear myself on that. Leave something. All right, cool. All right, we sound good over there with the headphones. I'm cool and with that functionality. But yeah, I'm about to make a lot of people mad on this one. Definitely. Probably a lot of black women. Probably a lot of you dudes. I don't give a fuck. We need to talk about it because I'm tired of hearing this shit in this space and they steady trying to divide us. You know, I mean, honestly, we have been divided with this conversation, this topic. I actually did a video about this a while back, but I'm ready for the dive into it. Because if you look at the thumbnail, that's basically what's going on. Is that they're just laughing at us. But, you know, we'll get into it. Y'all know how I do it. Gotta play some music. This is actually the one song I wanted to play before, and it didn't work. So I'm going to replay this again. It's Friday. I think this song kind of fit the narrative somewhat. I'll let you guys decide. So let me get this banner going. Support the show. Dollar sign. Why You Mad the Show. Definitely support. I don't know if I'm going to have a panel or not. If people want to come up and chime in, feel free. What's going on, Lieutenant? Salute, bro. What's going on with your tie? And yeah, let me mute up and let's play some music.
Throw a couple hundreds in his face and tell him dog and take. Hey, I got the V's with me. Hey, I got all the G's with me. Good by the belt, good by the lens. Pennies for the leak my wrist. Big body bends, 2 sticks, I means twins. Hit a lick for a bell, ain't get no safe. Pull up in a race, stacks on deck, no need for a safe. I got choppers by the dozen, cause I bought them by the crate. Throw up the beats before I dump the Drake. Threw a couple hundreds in the DJ face, tell his ass drop the tape. The G's in this bitch, so you know it ain't safe. In the DJ face, tell his ass drop the tape. The G's in this bitch, so you know it ain't safe. How much money can a young nigga make? How much money can a young nigga take? Got a brand new Glizzy, gotta throw away 8. Got stacks on deck, no use for a bait. Got a chopper with a light and a beam and a shake. Got stars, got stripes, got metal, got rank. Bulletproof cock got me feeling like a tank. All my niggas just do it, free my niggas got the clank. Sipping rose out the bottle. Bad bitch photo looking like a model. She can run up 10K on fame page real quick. Batman, boss chick, Flintstones, Jesse. Ferragamo, Balenciaga, steppers, no Casey Pepper. The watch is shining, the ice is shining. It costs extra. I'm acting arrogant. White Mustang, call that bitch the hero. 7 J's back in the days with the members, we 7 heroin. I don't wanna taste this shit, listen tasting like medicine. Watch glow, change glow, pull up in that Range Rover. Banana clip look like a sideways rainbow. How much money can a young nigga make? How much money can a young nigga make? Got a brand new Glizzy, gotta throw away 8. Got stacks on deck, no use for good by the belt, good by the lens. Penny for leak my wrist. Big body bends, 2 sticks, I Siamese twins, hit a lick for a bill, ain't get no safe. Pull up in a race, stacks on deck, no need for a safe. I got choppers by the dozen, cause I bought them by the crate. Throw up the beats before I drop the Drake. Threw a couple hundreds in the DJ face, tell his ass drop the tape. The G's in this bitch, so you know it ain't safe. In the DJ face, tell his ass drop the tape. The G's in this bitch, so you know it ain't safe. DJ face, tell his ass drop the tape. The G's in this bitch, so you know it ain't safe. Got the block with me. The G's in this bitch, so you know it ain't safe.
Uh-oh. Got that Pookie music on. Like I said before, let me know what you think about the song. Leave it in the comments when you hear on the replay. Let me know what you think about it now. If you're up in here now, feel free. Glad I got to play finally. I like the beat. You know, like they say, that Pookie music. Pookie music. All right, let's get in. Let's get into this. Because it's been pissing me off for the longest. I'm tired of seeing this argument, this conversation, educated lanes versus Pookie and Ray Ray. And the more I start to listen to this shit, the discussion, the more I really start to realize it's basically you're putting pussy on a pedestal. Because what is usually the disagreement about, right? That these women in the black community, these black women are choosing Pookie and Ray Ray more than the educated lane. And so much could be said about that. You know, hey, maybe that could be true. But do we really break it down to see what's really going on? And this is what I mean by I'm going to piss off a lot of black females, which I know I don't give a fuck. And the one thing that people keep misunderstanding about this situation is when you put the onus basically on Pookie and Ray Ray from these chicks choosing them, is that you once again from the angle of you're being educated lane, which doesn't even make fucking sense to me. Because was you really that educated back when you was in high school? Maybe you were smart. But anyway, I'm gonna chime into that later because it's all gonna make sense. But at the end of the day, if you really think about it, because usually these arguments are now from men that's grown. They had these what they seen when they was younger. I guess I don't even understand it, but women that female little girls, teens, because usually the argument is back then, high school, maybe they was in their 20s, and certain women that they like in the community, whatever. I ain't gonna say the hood, the community, and these women, I call them BBs, you know, and they be saying the black bras, but no, I call them block bras now. The bras that was for the block was choosing these individuals that, you know, they consider Pookie and Ray Rays that wasn't shit, definitely on the blocks and whatever, and then they was having kids by these dudes and so on and all this other goofy ass shit. And I sit back and I scratch my head because I was like, if you really know these BBs that do this with these individuals, do y'all really know that there are actually the Pookie and Ray Rays? See, this gonna go over a lot of these motherfucker heads. They are these women, I don't call them women, these bras that do that shit. They're artists. They are actually the savages. Let me repeat that. They are the actual savages. These bras are actually the Pookie and Ray Rays. A lot of people like, hey Jay, what the fuck are you talking about? Think about it. These bras are dysfunctional, delusional, destructive. They're no different than basically the guys who y'all complain about, who y'all saying they choosing to pick to have kids by. Why do you think that? I noticed a lot of guys have yet to figure that shit out. Because once again, you're not putting accountability where it needs to be. Now, once again, I said this. Well, I seem like I'm the only one to say this. Well, maybe somebody else said it too, but not many. That it's not their fault, because we know who raised them. That's why I say with the females and the males, the young, the boys and the girls, because they both come from the fucked up single mother households. They both do. So let's be real about that first off. Which I always say is weird for little girls coming from a single mother household and they come out masculine. We know why now, but I still used to scratch my head on that, because even when he was talking about that, like, that don't even make sense. What's going on, D-Rock? What's going on with you, brother? That shit never made sense to me, because I was like, I could see a boy coming from a single mother and he's being effeminate. I could get that. He didn't have the male, the father role model there in the house. He don't know what manhood is. He didn't get to see it. Fortunately, the mother didn't put him in situations which he could, have positive male role models around him. So even that the father wasn't in the household. She tried her hardest putting him around positive role models, so he could be able to see it from somebody else, so he can have an ideal what actually manhood is. But on the other hand, with because I know women that came from nothing but women households. Well, not women, but still, let's just say women. Grandmother, mother, aunties, all of that, other sisters, and they still come out masculine. They still come out dysfunctional. They're not feminine. I mean, masculine than a motherfucker. And it just makes you scratch your head. But it's been broken down why. The boomers, fucking failures. But it took some women, because they say they had their grandmother kind of helped them, so they was toting the line. The grandmother was teaching them how to be feminine and womanhood, while they fucking failure ass mother was teaching them how to be independent and so forth. You don't need no man, because she could never get a man. She failed. Anyway. That leads to a lot of shit that was happening. I could say when I was growing up with the Gen Xers, that I was noticing when I was younger, looking at some of these women, that I like I said, I didn't know, but I knew something wasn't right, because these women were masculine back then. When I was coming up, I used to see women back then fight. The girls used to fight boys back then. I'm not going to say it always turned out good, but I saw a lot of that. And I couldn't understand it. Like, why? What the fuck is this? It's weird. But I noticed there was a lot of tough young bras here in, I'm just going to say Chicago. And I didn't understand that, because my mother, my mother used to always tell me, you don't never hit a girl. She's like, you're stronger. You shouldn't be fighting a girl. And she would just be like, sugar and spice type of situation. Girls don't do that. And I used to see some crazy shit coming up. Seriously, to this day, some of the guys would talk about some of the girls back then, like how tough they were. Because don't get it twisted. I did see some girls beat up some boys. And they used to make me scratch my head. Like, what the fuck? How did she learn how to fight like that? And some of them didn't have brothers. Now, some of them did. But see, the key was the household, where they come from. So I didn't know. Once again, I didn't know. And that's what leads me to, once again, the thumbnail of their. I made sure I put a black female pointing, laughing, because that's exactly what they're doing with us. They're laughing because they're pinning us against each other. And to be honest with you, back then they was laughing too. These women, these BBs are your Pookie and Ray Rays. See, a lot of you motherfuckers ain't figured that shit out. They haven't figured that shit out. They're choosing these individuals because they are those individuals. It's no difference. And for the life of me, I don't even understand this, that some of the conversations I've heard with the educated lanes, which I kind of get, bruh, really? Was it really that back then in high school? Like, seriously? That and now don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. There were certain individuals that wasn't even considered. They was probably considered lames. Let's get into it. Let's dive into it. Because the way they was dressed, not because how smart they was. But that wasn't their fault. One of my best friends in high school come from a household. I think they was Muslims. The way they used to dress, the way he used to dress. A lot of people didn't fuck with him like that. Because, back then, when I was in high school, when Jordans and all that was popular, cross colors and clothes, that style really started to, come about. And Jabos, all of that. And you had to, hey, you had certain women, not women, I don't know why I keep saying, well, fuck it, let's just say women, because it is what it is. They liked it, that shit. But why is that? Because that's when the culture, when you have rap music and all of that shit, videos of guys wearing that shows basically of what? You got money, you was the shit. And there were certain individuals, and I was one of them. I was just lucky. I was the youngest, and I have two older brothers. So I was able to wear their clothes. Make it look like, hey, I was stylish. Knowing my parents, well, when they separated, I was in high school. So it really, it was hard. I wasn't really getting, that type of money spent on me. Let's just say that. But I was lucky enough to have brothers, that supported me. Actually, I spoke about this even as I progressed in high school and I moved up, and my brother actually dropped out and started doing what he was doing. He was the one mostly paying, he was giving me the clothes for me to stay in high school. But anyway, I digress. That's whatever. But my best friend at the time, coming from a Muslim household, they wouldn't buy him them clothes. And he didn't really, Muslim men, especially black Muslims, they could just wear clothes. And to be honest with you, I'm gonna be honest. They used to have them pro wings and he, I wouldn't say he looked lame, but he didn't have the best of clothes. You can say like hand-me-downs. And people used to talk about him, but he wasn't a nerd, or he wasn't a lame. He was a good guy. Knew how to play basketball. That's how we became close, because he could ball. He knew how to. That dude knew how to hoop. Seriously. But because he didn't have the gear and all of that, they used to make fun of him all the time. Only time they really didn't fuck with him when we was on that court, because he wasn't playing around with you then. It's the only time. But I remember even after that in the locker room, they would talk bad about him. He sometimes had mismatched socks on and all type of shit. But I didn't really know his situation, but he wasn't like the nerd, but people would consider that he was a nerd or whatever. And the women, they really weren't checking for him. But then when you really start diving deep, even then, a lot of them bras back then was fucking with, as people would say, the Pookies or whatever. They was fucking with a lot of the older guys. Now, I don't know what they, let's be real about it. I don't know what they did. I mean, you had grown dudes coming up to the high school. Seriously, picking up these chicks. Grown, 20s. These chicks was like 16 and up. But where you think that come from? You think they was actually Pookie and Ray Rays? No. Some of them dudes worked. Some of the dudes had jobs. That's just how it was back then. But who you think was sitting there promoting that, putting that shit in their fucking heads? Their fucking mothers. This is a fact. I've seen it. Yeah, this could be anecdotal, but I don't give a fuck because I've seen it. I've been in cribs, single mother, one of my friend off the block. I'm chilling up in his house, and he had a sister that was older, not that much older. And she got a whole grown ass dude coming in the house, coming in her room, and he was coming with his work uniform. Looked like he was a mechanic. But knowing he was giving her money and giving the mother money, she didn't give a fuck. Grown ass Negro. This chick was still probably like 17. This dude was probably like 27. Mother was just happy to see him. And I remember I was like 16. And I used to be like, what the fuck? Like that shit didn't make no sense to me. And this dude probably had kids and everything. And just imagine that type of shit would do to a chick like that. So you think she give a fuck? Really? If he Pookie, educated, they don't care. They don't care. They're fucked up. And we need to stop having this discussion. Well, they picked Pookie and they had kids by Pookie, and then they went past me, but now because I'm older and I'm making money, and they want to come back and choose me. What? So the fuck what? Are you kidding me? So what? Negro, if you're so smart, you should have just moved on, right? Back then, regardless of the situation, right? Educated lame, that means you went to college, right? It's a whole different environment in college. There's no excuses. None. So I don't get this discussion now, because most likely did Pookie go to college? But let's be real. Yes, they go to college too. They do, But y'all know how y'all put it, basketball, football, We know it ain't from, the classes or, You know, let's say this, the grades. And look, I'll let y'all have it. Okay, fine and dandy, whatever. But let's be real. I don't understand this. I don't want to be the cleanup man. All this other goofy ass shit that I keep hearing. Stay back, bruh. If you moved on, you moved on. Like, how would you be the cleanup man? If you did the right thing in life, you went to school, you went to college, got your degree, whatever, you got a good career and all of that, bruh, you won't be nowhere near these type of females. So what is the discussion? What is the disagreement? Talking about she want us to come back to because she is the savage. Do you really think she gives a fuck about a Pookie or about a you? No, they don't. They loving this shit. Why y'all keep arguing about, okay, we Pookie and all the pussy? No, dumbass. No. Trust me. Them Negroes who they pick, they getting sent through the ringer too, sir. Well, not to. Well, I don't know. Because once again, now I'm scratching my head. Because like I said, if you did everything right, why would you be worrying about them type of bras? Why would you even care? But let's be real about this now. Let's be real. Why you Negroes ain't no different? Y'all consider yourself educated. But really, are you any? And I'm not talking about, let's throw the Pookie aspect of it. Just a lot of you educated so-called lames, you still hood. That shit ain't came out of you. You still programmed. Oh, don't go there, AJ. Let's be real about it. Because y'all still come from the single parent home. You still programmed. You still yearning for the dysfunction. Just because you got a fucking degree, you try to hide behind that shit. Because ain't no way in hell. Like when I went to the military, I didn't look back. I didn't say, oh. And I went to California, I didn't say, oh, what the, I need to be a Chicago type hood block. I need a BB. One of them Chicago block women out here. Nah, man. Whole different setting, man. I was looking for some beautiful women out there in California. And met some. Totally 360. And do you think I felt like I missed Chicago? Oh, man, they're not, these women are not like the tough hood rats in Chicago. I can't do this. I gotta go back to Chicago, give me go give me one of them BBs and bring her to California and marry her. Which I know some dudes actually did that shit. But you know, how was they raised? Where did they came from? The projects. I shit you not. And them Negroes went back home, married the broad home, and brought the broad back to Chicago. None of that. I knew better. It didn't take for nobody to tell me, because I knew it was a difference. Huge difference. And I was like, Lord. And even in San Diego, I didn't even know about, the interracial dating and shit. Because I was tripping like how many white women was coming at me down there. But it was just like, okay. But I still love, I love my black woman, but I didn't want no ratchet ass hood rat ass black woman. Shit, I took it even further. I wasn't even dating the Navy women, the military women. Now, I had some rendezvous. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I could be honest about that. Yes, whatever. But I ain't take that shit serious. But I didn't even know what femininity and all of that. I didn't know what that was. I didn't. But I knew I wanted me a sweet. I didn't want no old gangster. I ain't want none of that shit. And that was usually, and it was like I said, it was a 360. It was like, wow, look at these, damn, these black women are, they spoke softly and it was nice to you. And then I ain't see them, they actually wasn't beating up the dudes out there. They ain't see the black women beating up the black dudes out there. I didn't see that not one time, not once. I don't even think I recall seeing a black woman fighting a black dude out there. One. The 3 years I was out there, I didn't see it. Not from the military, black women, or just from the other civilians. Did not see it. Not one time. It was a huge difference. It was even more of a huge difference when I stopped traveling the world. It was like, oh Lord. With the Australia and black, I was oh Lord. Like, these women give you massages. Oh Lord, oh man, look, quit playing with me. Rub your feet. It was like, oh shit. Come back, and I was like, man, fuck San Diego. I need to go to I want to go live in Australia. It wasn't even no looking back. And then when it was all said and done, I said, okay. Going back to Chicago. But I already had that mindset, and I ain't fucking with no ratchet broad there like that. Not I. That shit changed my whole fucking life. And that's why I can't get this argument with this Pookie getting all the pussy. Pookie Ray Ray. Like they alpha. No. The bras that y'all keep putting on the fucking pedestal is alpha. We need to stop this separation. We need to. Because when you look at it now, why would we even still have a discussion with the generation right now? I don't know. What is the generation now? I got my kids. I don't know. Are they the Z's? I have to look. And my sons are different. They're not the same. They're not the same. One, school, engineering. Youngest, football. No. Doing this thing. I don't really want to call him a jock. But yeah, he got jock aspirations, but trying to keep that shit in check. But it is what it is. But what I consider one an educated lane to the other one, so-called jock or Pookie, they're the same. One want to be an engineer, one just want to play football. Nothing wrong with that. So it don't need to have a separation because they're here now and both of them are downstairs playing the game with each other, doing what they always do as brothers. And I don't understand why we can't do that. Because like I say, at the end of the day, they're laughing at us. You're putting a dysfunctional ass broad on a fucking pedestal. For what? For some pussy? Or because they turned you down? Whatever. Or they picked you back there. They did you a favor. So I don't get it. Move the fuck on. I'm tired of hearing this. Trey Top, and all these goofy ass names motherfucker be saying like, bruh, y'all sound no different than them. You sound scorned. I don't give a fuck. And y'all motherfuckers done heard me say I was a Pookie. But I never gave a fuck because a bra didn't choose me back then. Right now, I don't care. So what? If a bra was to choose a rich motherfucker with me, she has every right to. I don't care. So, give a fuck if he's an educated lane, whatever his credentials or whatever his background is. I don't care. I don't put pussy on a fucking pedestal to turn around and make excuses of me doing that. It is what it is. Either she's going to benefit you or not. But I'm not finna sit there and turn around and separate myself from another brother or another different class of brothers, because we all not the same. Let's not get it twisted. Get your blue collar, get your white collar, get whatever. Got to get it out the mud. Come on now, let's be real. We're not the same. I'm not finna be coming at the white collars. Oh, okay. Now the savages or these broads want to come back and look for these dudes. Okay. The fuck I don't care. I would hope that you have sense to be like, oh no, I don't want to be bothered. I'm good. But a lot of you dudes be saying like you're hurt from that shit. And that don't make sense. But now it does. Because you know different. You know different. You like I say, y'all try to hide behind your degrees and shit too. But you still programmed to. But I'm here to wake y'all asses up. Because I'm tired of this shit. Keep telling y'all strengths and numbers. But now, when I hear brothers saying, I'm not going to fuck with you. Because, nigga, you really making me like, you seem like you're no different than that broad. If you got your shit right, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. I'm not saying that, hey, you ain't found your wife or whatever yet. Bro, that's fine. It will come eventually. But you shouldn't be having to worry about these bras that fucked up their lives, now turning back around trying to comfort you. Bruh. Okay. You should know better than it. And now you got even more information now being thrown out there now because you got the manosphere. What's the problem? And if you do end up getting caught up and decide to be like, okay, take a chance, that's still on you, man. You have to hold yourself accountable for that. Don't turn back around and be like, well, I should have known because she still was in love with Pookie. No, you stupid motherfucker. She is Pookie. That's just that's your fault because you didn't do the right vetting. This could go for any broad. You got lawyers, and I said this before, doctors. You don't know her history. She could tell you anything. But that's going to be on you. And then she turn around, get over on you, and go choose a number. You man, see, I told y'all, oh, she like was Pookie. No, goofball. All the time she was Pookie. Just didn't vet her right, man. And that's why, like I said, in that thumbnail, that's all they do. They just sit back and laugh at you motherfuckers. They like this. They like us bickering. No, educate. They're lame. Oh no, they're Pookies. Oh no, they're lames. Back and forth, man. And this shit is fucking sad, man. Enough is enough, man. Enough is enough. The information is out there now. Let's stop this goofy shit, man. It's time to end this shit, man. It's time to come together as black men. Let's get some shit done, man. Seriously. I don't give a fuck with these other brothers, these other young guys, and that want to continue on and be savages like these bitches. I don't care. That's on them. That's why they're killing each other. You know, do you know these dudes are killing these women too, right? Y'all know this, right? Like O'Shea just did the video with the one chick that was pregnant and got executed. Say the dude shot whoever shot this chick in the stomach 11 times. I mean, there's plenty of stories out here that I know. I think I actually did one. The dude executed. They executing these brides, but they savages. That's what savages do. It's how they get down. I don't give a fuck. And I'm hey, say what you want to say about me. I don't care. They choose to do this, pick these certain individuals, have relationships with or whatever. Okay. As long as you don't fuck with mine, I don't give a fuck. But this shit, we need to stop doing this shit. I don't do that with some of my bros. I know that be sitting out there doing goofy shit, but that's one argument we don't have. I know I know a guy, IT. Me and him still best friends. Like I say, we older, people we spread apart. IT. I remember. I used to be on the block hustling, go to work downtown. And we still get up, used to smoke, go out, chill. We didn't have these arguments. He was doing it the right way. I was just out there just doing goofy shit, but we still had that respect for each other. He went to college, he got his degree, whatever. But I knew better. He knew because he knew I come from a 2-parent household, but hey, out there being a knucklehead. But he still respected me. Like I still respected him. I knew his family, he knew my family. Now, when it came to whoever he chose to fuck with, that was on him. And yes, he used to fuck with some of these hood rats. But you know what? He held himself accountable. When he got fucked over, he used to be like, man, I should have known not to fuck with that broad. That's all he used to say. He ain't say, man, Pookie, you know what's his name? Because it used to be like that. The other savage ass motherfucker who I know some of them that used to do this. That would end up getting the broad, get the broad, whatever, cuff the broad. But that bitch was a savage all along. He just wasn't thinking with the correct head, as y'all would say. He just wasn't thinking. But the bra she was bad. I didn't blame him. She was bad. Most of the dudes on the block wanted her. She just knew what she was doing. She saw that he had a good job. Whatever. Let me get a legit motherfucker. But she also had them other savages motherfuckers like her also on speed dial. He lucked up. He just didn't get that bra pregnant, or he didn't marry her. Lesson learned. All it was. Moved on. Moved on. He didn't. I didn't hear him after that. Pookie getting that pussy. This Pookie fault. He didn't say that. He was like, man, that was my fault. And I was like, man, bruh. I mean, she was bad. If I had an opportunity, shit, but hey, I wasn't on that, hey, I wasn't making money like that at that time. But it is what it is. But we need to stop this. Yeah, they done. But I just wanted to come chime in on this. I'm tired of seeing this. We need to stop doing this. Just be accountable, man. Let's stop this shit. If you choose to fuck one of these savages ass broads, just own up to it. Don't stop trying to put the Pookie, Ray bullshit on it. Stop making excuses. I'm tired of seeing that. Hold up to it. And hopefully I can help some other brothers. Don't be bothered, man. She's old savage ass broad. Just stay away, bro. Go do your thing, man. There's a lot of good black women out here. I'm not saying that it's not. It's a lot of fucked up black bras out here, but still. Even if you don't want that, it don't even matter. Just saying general. But we got to stop this separation shit. I'm tired of seeing this non-select, this select. All you're doing is putting this fucking dysfunctional ass pussy on a pedestal. That's all y'all doing. Anyway, I'm gonna leave on that note. I'm not for to keep chiming more into this. Hopefully this will help some of you brothers. I know a lot of other brothers. It's a narrative. A lot of motherfuckers make money off this shit, so they're gonna keep pushing it. But just to some of you other brothers that be listening to that, stop it, man. Nah, I already let it be known how I feel about that, old Ty. I'm not free to go back into that. Everybody had their opportunities to speak on it, but I don't believe they winning. These hoes out, they miserable as fuck. But do I think men help them win? Yes. Or are men want them to win? Yes. I don't give a fuck what some of these dudes be saying. Oh yeah, a lot of these dudes play a major part in this bullshit. Totally agree with that. But are they winning? No. They're not winning. Once you go against your biology, your nature, you're not winning. And like I said, they're miserable as fuck. But a lot of dudes doing this shit because they thirsty as fuck. I could say some names here on YouTube, like the goofy motherfucker who keep, the Triple X clown. They just keep saying stupid shit. Constantly putting my name in this shit like a bitch. Yes, them type of Negroes. I agree, Lieutenant. Yes, they try their hardest to help these bitches win. That's but I don't really care. Doesn't matter to me. Right. See, them type of individual, them Negroes, that's when shit come back on them heavy. They ain't no different from them though. But anyway, I'm gonna get on out of here. My team about to come on, watch me some basketball. Hopefully y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Friday. Appreciate y'all. Whoever else that's in the clouds, y'all know what it is, man. Shout out again to my lieutenant coming up in here, rocking with me. One of my day ones, man. Appreciate him every time I see him. So that's what it's about, man. That's what it's about, man. It's about this brotherhood, man. For real. But all right, y'all. Like, definitely support the show. And I'm gonna come on tomorrow. I actually had something I wanted to talk about. But it's two things I haven't made up my mind. Yeah, I just gonna have to wait till tomorrow. Like I said, I'm gonna try to pump out more of these videos with more of these lives. But who knows? It probably be a pre-recorded. I haven't made up my mind which one I want to talk about, but y'all know. So, all right, y'all. I'm getting on out of here. I'm rambling. All right, peace.